Working. Yes, cool. Hello. Yeah, so I've already started uploading videos on my, well, about, I should say, my main final project for my, Masters in Digital Music and Sound Arts at Brighton University. But I realised I haven't really explained anything I'm doing. This has all just been like processes. So this video is probably going to come in between um, loads of videos that have already gone sort of into different parts of this. But yeah, I thought I would talk about the Dr. Amen, nothing to do with the Amen break. 7 types of attention deficit disorder. Excuse me, pick my nose. Yeah, so yeah, I initially started this as just I wasn't going to do it again. Well, no, I wasn't going to do it again. Right, my last project that I have done on here, which was my ADD one, that was supposed to be an experimental sound piece. I didn't really know what I wanted to do for that. So I just kind of thought about doing Plunderphonics, but with videos. Yeah, it was more kind of a panic, not really knowing what I was doing. So yeah, now it's kind of, but yeah, it kind of went well, and I kind of modeled it around my own sort of struggles with attention, um, and yeah, and it kind of worked quite well. Kind of well, the first thing I found was there was 3 different types of ADD, and I based the 2 original videos on 2 types of the ADD, which was overly. I can't remember what they were, but since handing that in, I've basically tried to reference it further, and I found this, which is, as I said, Dr. Daniel Amen, nothing to do with the Amen break. He has recognized this as there being 7 types of oh, I didn't get the water. ADD, attention deficit disorder, obviously. I mean, it's hit highlight right there. With that all have unique nuances, etc. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The disease or brain thing doesn't really interest me exactly, but yeah, like I feel the way the brain works when doing this, or when having this, I suppose, is like because I see things quite musically, so I see this as being like different genres or different production techniques or different yeah, different effects to a degree, and essentially as just effects. So yeah, I wanted to make music based around this. I'll probably yeah, well, I'll give. I'm not going to read all this because there's a website. Well, you just Google that. I think 7 types of attention deficit. That'll be fine. So yeah, I'm going to go through the 7 types, and as I do, I'm going to yeah, pick out, like, I've got this. I keep looking down. I've got this in front of me. I might upload a picture of that now. Or might not. Might just leave that in for the project. But yeah, that's just like when I was reading this, like the 7 types of ADD. Oh, there we go. Classic, blah blah blah, all that. I would write down how I perceived how I perceived like keywords that how I perceived that. Like classic, I wrote down 3 or 4 keywords. Inattentive, same, for all of them. And then I put music that I felt, music and video techniques or ideas that I thought would benefit them. or they would complement them quite well. I'm not gonna lie. So I've done a couple of like draft. No, I don't know. Draft music. I don't know. A couple of save files of each of them. Of my ideas that I've had in, but then some I'm thinking about swapping over to the other one because essentially it's still all ADD. So there's the attention problem. So that's a bit difficult because it's just the same thing. Also, excuse me, I've had this website open many times, and I've always thought that this was the Embankment in London for some reason, but I realise that's a Subway and not Sainsbury's, so it's probably somewhere in America. I mean, it's an American. I'm assuming this is an American website. Anyway, so let's go through. Classic ADD. That is the first. That is the first type. For that, I put like distraction, hyperactivity, and impulsivity, which is impulsivity. Oh yeah, distractive. That's two of them. Where's hyperactivity? There we go. I mean, disorganization. I'm not too sure how. Well, I mean, I've got ideas for that, so I might. Anyway, but yeah, what I come with that, they were the three main words. To that, I was going to do sort of generate. I thought about doing generated sort of happy hardcore, hyperpop type. Sort of chopping, changing. Since writing all this down, I decided to do. This is once again another side note. I decided to do everything should, because this course I've done, I've received no teaching in person and no feedback in person, and I have essentially sat at this table for the entire thing. Not that I'm complaining. Desperate times and all that, but so I thought I should do. I shouldn't have. Trying to explain, but yeah, I only want to sample things from YouTube, or YouTube especially, because there's videos and there's music on there. So I'm trying to essentially have as minimal sort of production on my end, and because that will also keep in with the original. What's the word? Said it a minute ago as well. Plunderphonic. Yeah, the original sort of plunderphonic ideal of just stealing stuff and adding effects. So yeah, I'll probably. But once again, as this is an audio-visual piece, I would like stuff with videos rather than live sets, just because it's something a bit more interesting, isn't it? So yeah, I put heavy hardcore. Sorry, not hard music. Hyperpop with all bright sounds, chopping, changing. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't come up with any ideas yet. Number two. That's how you treat it, but inattentive. The words I got for this was distraction, disorganized, procrastination. The idea of music-wise for this, I thought would be sort of like drones with sort of chopping sounds over the top, like noise, sort of. Yeah, so sort of the drone would be the procrastination, and the disorganized sort of distraction would be the like randomly generated noise. So like like the previous Ableton has the probability thing, so it wouldn't really have. You'd sort of feed the note in to play every certain amount, but using probability, it might not play that many times. Treatment number 3, over-focused. Lack of dopamine, obsessing, and anxiety. That is one I believe I've already uploaded, but depending on what way around you're watching these. Once again, a side note with that, I'm both recording on this computer, my iMac, and on my laptop. Yeah, it just depends if I'm working from home or working from my office. So everything's getting uploaded in a pretty erratic order, and I'm not sure what's on what. I've got notes on here to say that certain ones are on my laptop and certain ones aren't, but you know, what are you gonna do? So yeah, overfocus, lack of dopamine, obsessing, and anxiety. For that, I wanted to do something like a shepherd tone, like super. Yeah, all right. Yeah, like a shepherd tone, so super intense, always rising sound. Yeah, kind of inspired by like Sevish, he's called, microtonal guy. Although I think I have, once again, yeah, I've these kind of all mixed together, and I think I may have swapped that around. But these are the original notes. Number 4, oh, look at that treatment. Oh, looking at her X-ray. Temporal lobe. That is anger, depression, behavior problems, and paranoia. For this, I wanted to do, which is, I know this video has been uploaded, vinyl sounds. I thought of like generating vinyl sounds, not generating vinyl sounds, recording vinyl sounds, and then using the pops and everything to generate sort of flashes of light or visuals. I've recorded it. I haven't really started doing it, but with that, I wanted like a very small reverb, so everything feels claustrophobic and it's sort of really dark. I'm using vinyl sounds because the Caretaker album recently used like sampled 78s to create nostalgia. Well, I think he does it for most of his stuff, but it sort of gives you like a nostalgia pop. So yeah, I thought of that. Well, that kind of inspired that, but let's say I want this to be more strung out and yeah, intense. And how do you treat that? Write things down. Take tablets. Limbic. So what have I put for limbic? Guilt, sadness, helpless, and low self-esteem. All probably in there. For that, I thought, you know, the helpless, well, sadness and low self-esteem. I thought about doing like a vaporwave track. Just because there's the sort of depressed vaporwave meme and aesthetic. For this, I thought I would use. Well, there's also another meme, the Black Side of the Moon, which is listening to Dark Side of the Moon over Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. That's quite. I thought that was quite a funny idea. But yeah, Paul Blart's quite a depressing film. If you kind of like analyze it a bit. That one has, I've done quite a bit of that. I've been enjoying that the most. It's all kind of randomly generated and pitched down, loads of reverb, so it has the vaporwave feel. But yeah, it's good, like, because I've got the video and the audio are both like generated, but they'll play at the same time, and every now and again you'll get something really good, like Paul on the, on first name terms by the way, Paul on the Segway scooters, like with some slide guitar, it lines up perfectly, and that makes it worth it. Cool. So Cod Liver Oil, we'll look at that. Cool. Next, Ring of Fire, nothing to do with Johnny Cash. For this, it's hypersensitivity, unpredictable moods, fast talking, or talk fast, and worrying. This is the main sort of. I've written main underneath, so this would be the. Oh, so this and overfocus are the two are both underlined. They're obviously the main ones. The most, I think they're going to be more influenced by ADD Part 2 of the last one. So yeah, this is going to be like I said, ADD Part 2 on my last one. Lots of just randomly generated videos with arpeggiators, overly saturated. I'm going to put more effects on now. I've got to grips with the plugin a bit more. So, and then hopefully about it, and then yeah, see how that goes. And finally, how do you treat that? You eat carrots. Finally, anxious ADD. So that's physical stress symptoms, head and stomach aches, and freeze I put here, so I'm assuming that means brain freeze. I suppose, no, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why yeah, we'll see. Oh, people who predict the worst and freeze. So, oh no, freeze in anxiety-provoking situations. So no fight or flight, basically. For this, I have uploaded a video already. This is all sort of microtonal. Well, the music so far is atonal, polytonal, and microtonal. So yeah, I'm just trying to create sort of like dissonant sounds. Yeah, the other video is already up for that, so you can have a look at that. How do you treat that? Oh, more tablets. Or otherwise. Cool. Yeah, so this is the original, not the original, the introduction. Something I probably should have done a while ago. But to be fair, I only realised I was doing this as my project a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, I think it'll be time again. I will keep you updated if anyone ever watches this. So far, I think it's just me taking notes and remembering what I did. But yeah. Bye.